There comes a moment when belief is no longer a matter of words, but of power. A moment when silence and fire stand face to face. Israel had turned away from the Lord. The people followed Baal, trusting in a God that could not hear them, could not see them, and could not save them. Because of this, the heavens were shut, and the land suffered under years of drought. Then one man stepped forward. His name was Elijah, a prophet of the living God. And on a mountain called Carmel, Elijah would challenge an entire nation to decide who truly is God. What followed was not a battle of swords, but a test of fire. A test that would reveal the difference between a silent idol and a God who answers. This is the story of Elijah and the prophets of Baal. In the days when Ahab was king over Israel, the people had turned away from the Lord. They built altars to Baal, worshipped false gods, and forgot the one who brought them out of Egypt. Because of this, the land fell into drought. For 3 long years there was no rain. The rivers dried up, the crops failed, and the people grew desperate. During that time, the prophet Elijah appeared before King Ahab. Elijah was a man who feared the Lord and spoke boldly in his name. He told the king that the drought would not end until the Lord commanded it. After 3 years had passed, the word of the Lord came to Elijah again, telling him to present himself to Ahab and call the people of Israel together. Elijah sent word throughout the land and gathered the people on Mount Carmel. He also summoned the prophets of Baal, 450 in number. When they were all assembled, Elijah stood before the people and spoke plainly to them. He asked how long they would continue to waver between 2 opinions. If the Lord was God, they should follow him, but if Baal was God, then they should follow Baal. The people stood silently and did not answer. Elijah then proposed a test. He told them to bring 2 bulls and prepare 2 altars, one for Baal and one for the Lord. No fire was to be placed under either altar. The prophets of Baal would call upon their God, and Elijah would call upon the Lord. The God who answered by fire would be shown to be the true God. The people agreed that this was a fair test. The prophets of Baal prepared their altar first. They placed the bull upon it and began to call on Baal from morning until noon. They shouted, cried out, and danced around the altar, begging their God to answer. But there was no voice, no response, and no sign of fire. As the day went on, the prophets became more frantic. Elijah watched them and eventually spoke, telling them to cry louder, suggesting that perhaps their God was deep in thought, busy, or asleep. The prophets shouted even more. They cut themselves according to their customs, letting their blood flow, but still nothing happened. The hours passed, and the sky remained silent. When evening came, Elijah called the people to come closer. He repaired the altar of the Lord that had been broken down, using 12 stones to represent the 12 tribes of Israel. He arranged the wood and placed the bull on the altar. Then Elijah ordered that water be poured over the sacrifice. He asked for this to be done 3 times, until the altar, the wood, and even the trench around it were soaked. Elijah then prayed to the Lord. He did not shout or make a long speech. He simply asked that God would answer so the people would know that the Lord alone is God and that he was turning their hearts back to him. As soon as Elijah finished praying, fire fell from heaven. It burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the dust, and it dried up all the water in the trench. When the people saw this, they fell face down and cried out that the Lord is God. That day, the people of Israel knew without doubt who the true God was. Not long afterward, the sky that had been closed for years opened, and rain returned to the land. The drought ended, and the Lord was revealed as the living God who answers his people. This story was never just about fire falling from the sky. It was about a people who had forgotten who they were listening to. The prophets of Baal shouted, danced, and pleaded all day, but nothing answered. Elijah prayed once, quietly, and heaven responded. Sometimes, the loudest voices in our lives promise answers, but leave us empty. And sometimes, God waits for the silence so we can hear him clearly. The fire revealed the truth, but the rain revealed God's mercy. He didn't just prove who he was, he restored what had been lost. And maybe that's the lesson we need most today. When everything feels dry, when faith feels tested, and when answers seem delayed, the God who answers is still the God who restores.